Oh, hey! Welcome! I didn't know you were coming. Welcome to the Underdog Classroom. As electronic music producers, we're often stuck producing from home, from your bedroom, from your kitchen, from an awkward little desk in the corner. And for my whole electronic music production life, I've been wondering, isn't there a better way of doing this? And recently I've had a chance to make that vision a reality. Let me show you what I came up with, and you can tell me if you agree with the vision. So like most electronic music producers, I was usually producing from home, and that meant in a little cube square room. You saw that at the beginning of my YouTube channel. Hey everyone, this is Oscar from Underdog, and today I want to tell you a little story about a student of mine. I was in the most resonant little cement cube possible, and then got some help from Laura to make these first little DIY acoustic panels. Later on, those got professionalized into a full acoustic treatment of the room, but then I had to move house again and make a whole bunch of new compromises in an even smaller room. That was the Underdog YouTube journey up until a few months ago. That's what you saw happen on the YouTube channel. But in my search for a better space, this enormous triangular room came onto my path. This enormous room. This is a big room. And I looked at it and I said, wow, what if I could combine the physical classes here again and a music production studio? What would that take? And so the first two questions I had to solve were, what do I want it to look like? And what do I want it to sound like? So I got to brainstorming. What do I want it to look like first? Well, we've got the Underdog house style that was designed a few years ago. And the iconic color there is this splash of bright red, right? So what if you arrive in the room and all the accents were bright red, but furthermore, there was one monumental piece that greeted you as you came in. And I came across a company called Hofa. And what Hofa do is they make these custom acoustic curtains. They're really thick, heavy curtains, kind of like you would find at a theater, and they dampen the reflections in the room. So the build quality is super good. It's like triple layered. On the front it's red and on the back it's white. You can customize these colors. And I got one that's really long that basically covers the majority of this wall because this room is a triangular room. And one of the big acoustic problems that you might want to solve is when you have parallel walls reflecting back and forth compared to each other. And so this acoustic curtain solves a lot of those problems, especially for people who are near the middle of the room. It's aesthetically beautiful and it makes the room just sound so much better. It also adds a touch of drama behind the DJ booth, the vinyl decks and the CDJs. The curtain itself is super good quality and really heavy, so it actually took specific extra reinforcements to hang it up, thanks to the team who run this building. So huge shout out to Hofa for the amazing build quality of their curtain and for partnering with Underdog on it. So the dramatic splash of red in the curtain, the red accents around the room, and last but not least, this beautiful red couch that I got on an auction website secondhand. Super happy with it. Amazing. Now, what should the room sound like? Big question. In my old room, I used to have these acoustic panels that were custom made for an old studio, but now they're just panels that I have to figure out how to make them work in the space. Basically, the question is, how can I make this space sound better? And so I invited my friend Brice in. He's an audio engineer, a mastering engineer, a techno artist. He does a lot of different things, and he offered to help me by measuring the studio and giving me some acoustic advice. Hello, hello.
Hello. Hey. Nice. You cleaned everything?
Everything is so clean, especially for you.
Nice. This is surprisingly not bad at all. Look at the decay before.
Oh wow.
And now.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh, that's a big difference.
Honestly, I think from what I just hear, because ultimately measuring is fine, but also hearing, from what I hear, it's sounding great. And for the what I see on the curve, this is totally workable as a studio curve.
So we know what the space looks like, what it sounds like, but the real question is, what does it feel like? And I wanted the space to feel welcoming. I wanted this space to feel social. I want this space to feel like a place where you can connect your enthusiasm and your creativity with others. And so it was very important for me to organize at least 1/3 of the room as a social space. And that means a super nice, chill sofa. It means a drum set. It means a piano. And so we can have jam sessions there where musicians can exchange with each other and have some fun and be creative. And at the basis, for me, that's like philosophically the most important function of music, which is just to have a creative moment with somebody and connect. Like we mentioned, there's some DJ decks here, because even though this space is mostly about making your own music, it helps to be able to play your music within a DJ set. And so that's like a really synergetic, like complementary skill to music production is DJing. So this is a perfect training grounds for that. There's a big shelf with all the gear. There's a music library with all the sound books that I could possibly find. I've been literally embarrassing myself going into bookshops recently, buying like stacks of books like this, and people going, "Are you sure about this?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm making the library for a school." So I'm very proud of my little book fetish. There's all these tables in the middle of the room which are flexible and movable so that you can arrange them differently when you want to host a lot of people, to put gear on it and jam all together and have a wonderful Sunday afternoon together, for example.
Yeah, so if they're completely out of phase, then the stereo field is going to expand along this line.
Of course, selfishly, this also now gives me kind of the ideal location to do music production. It's also pretty sweet as a YouTube studio. I can be much more creative with the videos that I've been making. That's freaky, I like it. And fundamentally, it allows me to do maybe the most important Underdog project, which is the Foundations course. Underdog kind of started as a project where I was teaching beginners the absolute basics of electronic music. So people who have no idea how music works, teach them the absolute foundations of rhythm, of harmony, of the tools and workflows that make you make your first tracks. And so I designed the Foundations course, and now I can teach it again in groups right here in Brussels in the classroom. This 8-bar loop represents the moment in our track. Everything becomes really easy at that. Yes. Great question. That's the focus, and you can expand a big mind map out from there. If you're not nearby Brussels, of course, we do have the recorded version that you can buy on the Underdog website, but teaching it in real life is just so much more connective and fun and playful, and you get to know each other. It's just a much richer experience when you can connect with real people. So for now, this space is my dream space. I think I've done a pretty good job at this iteration of it, but how would you have done it yourself? What do you think could be better? What are some ideas? Maybe even if the ideas are not necessarily realistic in this stage, how would a space like this evolve? What could be done with it? I would love to know, so leave me a comment below to let me know what you think and what your ideas are. As usual, make sure you like the video and subscribe, and I hope to see you in one of the social events, in one of the workshops, in one of the classes, or if you're not in Brussels, I'll continue to see you on the YouTube channel. Take care.
What are you doing?
What am I doing?
What is that?
Oh,
So
why is
disgusting.
that?
What's that?
It's the Underdog team. Gross. This is the first time that I'm recording a YouTube video with the Underdog team right there, behind the camera. So now the inside of my brain is like a... This is super chill. Oh yeah, I'm not even gonna try and do it good. I'm just gonna do it. Billy, what do you think of this space? Oh hey, come on in. Welcome to the Underdog classroom. Bye.